As the coronavirus pandemic brings life across the country to a grinding halt, Americans are facing a new normal, one that may include losing their jobs, losing their income,
we hit
even
the
losing
body
their health insurance.
with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light.
In the language of
And
the
I think
US
you said
Department of Defense, these are unidentified aerial phenomena.
Their school outside of Seattle is closed, one of many districts in states across the country that sent students home. In Scarsdale, a suburb of New York City.
People who want Maryland fully reopened came out in force. They marched in front of the Maryland
wildfire
State
raging up and down the West Coast.
Go, go, go!
More than 10 million.
Don't shoot!
More tear gas, more rubber bullets.
It was a very, very difficult time, and I wanted 2020 to be over.
It was a tough year.
I think if we went back 12 months ago, we were in a very, very different place.
So the pandemic, with its social isolation, created similar challenges for, both at home and at work. There was remote work challenges, remote schooling. There was also new communications patterns, where conversations have to be more deliberate. Spontaneity dwindles, and every screen-based engagement can start to feel exhausting.
When we got back, after the holidays, I was very encouraged that 2021 would be a much better year. But I had no idea of how great of a year it turned out to be. We recovered.
I look at the camera. Okay. Most proud of 2021.
Definitely the proudest for myself that I got brave enough to dye my hair pink after wanting to do it for years and years and years.
Seeing my son graduate from the University of Alabama with honors.
Got a lot more physically active outside. Like I had a sort of a rule every day. As long as it's not raining, I'm outside doing some kind of exercise. And mentally, that just really helped me get through the tough times.
I know my kids worked very hard to overcome schooling and social challenges. I think they learned lessons along the way, which will probably make them better students in the future and able to form stronger bonds in the future with their friends.
I moved to New York with my family, wife and kids, and we lived with my in-laws while we found a new house. And in 2021, I found the worst house on the best block, and I basically renovated it myself.
One of the top priorities for my senior leadership was for us to establish a enterprise-wide patching program to patch all systems within a given month to meet the PCI compliance requirement. And keep in mind, this is something that has not been done in the environment. And as of the end of the fiscal year, we'll have done almost 100% completion for patching across the environment.
For affiliates who wanted the ability to market and drive interaction with their customers using SMS, we were able to build that feature from the ground up and deliver it.
I was a project manager for SMS, and within 2021, we had a lot of teams working to deliver the paid SMS solution and migrate both Banyan and Oxford from their solutions that they had at MC to their solutions in Blue Shift. While doing so, we were also able to put some new features in that were not in MC that enhanced the client experience, as well as onboard some international clients to that solution as well.
I'm just so happy and so proud that we've got the incident management process live. We have a Slack channel, an instant Slack channel, which has over 100 people active in it. And everybody really has kind of embraced the process, and we're seeing real benefits of it. So that's something from a team perspective I'm super proud of.
I think there's a lot of improvements that I saw throughout the year, whether it be the collaboration across teams, prioritization of security efforts to improve our security posture throughout the company.
I think there's a lot to be proud of. I think we've achieved a lot. We've driven forward and some really key projects. Blue Shift has really taken off. WMC is starting to take off for generating real revenue through that system now. But those are great, they're achievements and they're technical goals that we had. But really, I think to me, it's the attitude of the team.
Definitely proud of our people. Everyone was, just was super flexible and worked very hard and really cared about our goals and our initiatives. So, and they had to deal with everything else that was going on, you know, not only all the changes that we had internally, but outside, externally.
So I'm just really proud of the team that we have, the one team mindset, and especially that it's not only just in different states in America, but actually in different countries as well. Really thanks to Sam and all of the effort she has done with integrated planning. And then of course, her little minions that, you know, work really, really hard when we do integrated planning and go every week to the Scrum of Scrums.
I have to say, I want to give a great shout out to the enterprise engineering and operations team for a job well done. You guys are badasses.
I'm proud of how hard we worked to comply with every little legal caveat that was thrown our way. Shout out to the legal team.
Thanks to Tyler Reynolds, who we brought on as the incident coordinator. I think he's done an amazing job. Really has settled into the Agora way of working. So I'm really, really proud of him and bringing this incident management process into play. I think Katie Hecht has done an amazing job as well. She came in earlier this year, following in Sam Powell's footsteps when he moved to work with DNA. I think what she's done has been just fantastic. It was a tough challenge to follow Sam, and I think she's really knocked it out. Dylan L'Esperance, if I pronounced that correctly in his native tongue. He came into the team maybe around May time, I think. Came in and just really adapted really quickly to how we work. Very early on showed an interest in automation. So we kind of geared him with some automation work, and he went on to really excel. And as a result, he's going to join Josh North's team now. He's going to become an automation engineer. So he deserves a special mention. He's been fantastic.
We came together as a smaller but mightier team than we ever have.
I can say that previously, everybody was working in these very siloed ways. And now instead, it's such a collaborative way of working, where it doesn't matter that one team or one person doesn't know everything, but the organization together is so well coordinated that we can all stand behind it and trust each other to do our parts of it. That, I think, is what is making us stronger.
I want to see us build on the momentum.
I would love to see us, get where we want to go.
I cannot wait for us to really start kicking off all of the amazing marketing automation work that we're setting up and prepping ourselves for, which is going to include the onboarding of Banyan onto the Advantage in the Cloud instance, which is so exciting. We've been talking about that for years, even before I even started with the company. And the fact that it's actually going to happen, I'm so stoked.
I can't wait to see the clients all on board onto WMC, and then what that will mean for all of the teams.
Delivering on promises, to get the most utility out of Blue Shift as possible, to really help, coordinate and streamline, the end user's journey through all the tools that we support.
I think what I'm most proud of for WesTech is that we seem to have gotten our shit together. So we saw quarter over quarter how we got more efficient, and we still have room to grow, but I think as an organization, we really grew in the way that we work with each other, the way that we plan and execute it. So in 2022, I would love for us to work on a few things. If you've heard me speak about this before, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but we need to be very, very clear on what we're doing before we actually do it. We need to have those 3 questions answered. The questions are, what is the problem? What are we being asked to do? Question number 2 is, what is our role in delivering whatever it is, the fixing the problem, answering a question, whatever it might be. What is our role in it? And then the last thing, and this is generally what we forget to do, is that what is the anticipation of whoever is that asked the question. So I think by us focusing on answering those questions, I think it will be very, very good for us. Another thing is that I want us to get a little more formal in the way that we procedurally do things. Like I keep saying all the time, we really need to work from a document. So this week we started talking about like, what is the document going to look like? But I think that way, you know, if you start from a piece of paper and it has a summary of what it is that we're trying to accomplish in a very, very simple language, I think that that also kind of unites everybody as to what are we trying to do? Because sometimes I feel like we get a little bit stuck in a loop. We'll start spinning, is what I'd say. That we're spinning around, like not really sure of what we're supposed to do and why. So I'd like us to like kind of hone our skills in those two areas. From the technical side, you know, very, very excited about what we're going to deliver. You know, WMC is going to be delivered, Contactly is going to be delivered. We will do the Advantage Ideal State. Working on customer experience so that we're looking at our end customers, making, you know, deprecation of iris or really making our marketing stack more efficient.
My big goal right now is at the Atlassian Summit.
I picked up roller skating last year, so
probably spend more time with my family.
Internationally, I'd love to get some travel in.
Spending more time with what's most important, returning to coaching with my son's team, more engaged with my daughter and her soccer team as well.
So in 2022, this is gonna sound like everybody in the world, but I really have to get more healthy. I became a vegan in 2021. That has helped, but mostly I have to get back to exercise. So I'm setting the mark very high. And hopefully I will. You can all hold me honest because I'm on tape that I said this.